Chapter. It's the full-time Devils takeover, and we're building up to the biggest rivalry in football. Manchester United against Liverpool. It's on Saturday. We are days away from the biggest clash, and us, as United fans, are going to preview it. We're going to preview it together. We want your calls. 0345 111 7625. Get in touch now. Have your say. I want to know your favourite Manchester United-Liverpool memories. Who you'll start in your Manchester United squad, and what do you make of Paul Pogba? Where should he play for Manchester United on the weekend? I'm joined by Gaz and Webby. Gentlemen, good evening. We okay?
Evening, pal.
Are we all right? We're here.
Yeah, good.
Special occasion, obviously, because it's such a big game. And we'll get to the importance of the game, and we'll get to your favourite memories of Manchester United against Liverpool. I can imagine that the nerves will be kicking in, and you hope that the players still, realise just how important this game truly is. But before we get into the United-Liverpool debate, we are going to have the lines are busy already. I can see the lines are busy. We'll get to you soon. Let's just have a quick little recap about Palace. What a game. Webby, your thoughts?
Well, you're looking at it there. First half is probably the worst first half we played this season. We couldn't keep the ball. We couldn't pass the ball. It was hopeless. And then the free kick for the second goal just summed it up. We'd be fast asleep. But then, obviously, it was like Man United of old. We scored to get us back in the game. We dominate in the game. We get 2-2. And it didn't surprise me that we got the third. And my Lord, what a strike it was.
Yeah, big strike.
What a strike. But... and that puts us on the up now for Saturday's game against Liverpool, because no disrespect to Crystal Palace, if you're coming back with a defeat at Selhurst Park, you're not in the right mood to face Liverpool, but that's brought us up now, and it gives us great confidence going into Saturday morning's game.
It's going to be a big game, and if you want to help preview it, 0345 111 7625. Come and have your say, because we've only got an hour of this show. We want you to get as many of you on as possible. Your favourite Liverpool memories.
Tell you what about that Matic goal as well.
Yeah.
Completely embarrassed myself in the pub.
Yeah, did you? You soiled yourself again.
What's new, Gaz?
So, soon as he gets the ball,
2-pint Gary.
He's winding up the shot, and I'm there in front of everyone. It goes dead quiet, and I shout, "Don't shoot, you idiot!"
And then he did it.
And then he did it. It went top corner.
What a fool.
Everyone in the pub turned around laughing at me.
I'm sure they forgot about it pretty soon. So if you want to preview Manchester United against Liverpool, 0345 111 7625 is a normal landline number, so you won't be charged anything ridiculous. Make sure you give us a call now, because then we can get you on throughout the show. Okay, so apparently we've got a nice early caller in, although this is a different one this time. He isn't a Manchester United fan. I think on the line we should have James from Merseyside.
Evening, boys. Evening, Webby.
Evening, James.
Oh, it's good to hear from you, James. Now, James, talk to us about your feelings ahead of the game. Are you nervous, James?
Not really. I think the way Manchester United's been playing this season, I don't think it should put any nerves into any Liverpool supporter, really. I think they're there for the taking. I expect, parking the bus, negativity, as always, that you get at Old Trafford the last few years under Mourinho, and the way Klopp's playing, you can't see someone else but a Liverpool win.
Really? You think your favourites for the game, pal, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. I think if Manchester United continue how they performed in that first half at Palace, that first half against Chelsea, boring the rest of the country, hopefully Liverpool can bang a couple in.
Sounds a bit familiar, this lad.
He does, yeah.
Tell us
he knows his stuff, doesn't he? He knows his stuff.
Tell us then about Liverpool's biggest threats this weekend. Who are United going to be most scared of?
Well, they're going to be terrified of Salah, aren't they? Because Mourinho was terrified of Salah when he had him at Chelsea, and that's why he got rid of him.
I think we know that this might not be James from Merseyside, Webby. Who do you think this is?
It sounds a little bit like Jamie Carragher.
Is it Jamie Carragher? Carragher, is that you?
Spot on. Got it in one. I'll give it away.
How you doing? I don't know what give it away.
Your knowledge of football.
Yeah, knowledge of football. Hey, listen, Jamie, thank you very much for coming on XS Manchester and Full-Time Devils Takeover. Can I throw some questions to you?
Go on, mate.
Right, so this is from Statman Dave. He wants to know, who would you rather, Firmino or Lukaku?
Who would I rather have? Ooh. I think for Liverpool, I'd rather have Firmino.
Oh, yeah.
Because I just think he suits the way Klopp plays. I think Firmino's... To be honest, I think, looking at it, I think Klopp wouldn't swap Firmino for anyone, and I don't think Mourinho would swap Lukaku for Firmino, because Mourinho always has that big sort of target man, doesn't he? You think of Drogba, who he had. He bought Costa at Chelsea, whereas Klopp, Stracky's got to work for the team, he's got to come back, and Lukaku doesn't do that, he's a completely different player. So I think both men are suited to their own clubs. To be honest, I think they make a really good partnership, because I think in some ways Firmino's more of a someone who dropped him a little bit deeper, really, than an out-and-out centre-forward. But he's provided the goals this season. But I'm a huge fan of it. I think he's one of Liverpool's top players. But I mean, I suppose most people around the country would say Lukaku, because I mean he's just a goal scorer. He gets goals. He has done for years. Whereas Firmino, I think I've said before, I think he's one of the most underrated players in the Premier League, and he's a brilliant player. Answer it.
We've got another one here from the United Rantcast. He wants to know, Carragher, the top...
There's a few of them, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a couple of them about the top 3 qualities you look for in a centre-back.
Let me think. Reading the game, I think, is the most important thing for a centre-back, or understanding the game. I think your positional play is vital, really. I think in the modern game, pace has to be up there, because a lot of the top teams now push it really high, and defenders have got to, you've got to have pace. You leave a lot of space in behind at times, and you have to use that pace. So I'd be knackered in these things. And third one, probably a bit of, you want to put your body on the line, don't you? You think of Man United, you think of Vidic, what he used to do for Man United as well. You want that. You'd love to have that in one of your centre-backs, or Steve Bruce, those type of players. So, yeah, they're the 3 qualities I'd look for.
Third one, not good looks, no?
No, you got no Phil Jones.
I got one from Doc Joshy, and he wants to know, when this game happens on a weekend, how tempting is it to sort of lose your head as a pundit and become a Liverpool fan that you are? Is it hard to not be that sort of professional pundit?
It is hard, to be honest, because I think your own club makes you emotional, whereas other clubs, you try and keep your analyst head on, if you like, and say exactly what's right and what's wrong. To be honest, when you get emotional with your own team, it's more when they lose, really. I think when they win, obviously, you'd be delighted if Liverpool win a weekend, but you're still trying to look at how Liverpool win, or Man United lost it. What makes you really angry is obviously when your own side lose, and then you go through things, and at times you can be a little bit too critical of your own team, and you start thinking and shouting like a supporter really does in the pub after the game. And I think we know what it's like, don't we, when you've had a few bevies after the game, you're all angry, you wake up the next morning and think, well, it wasn't that bad, I shouldn't have said that, or I got a bit carried away, because that's what football does to all of us.
Jamie, obviously, I'm going to put a question to you now. If you was United manager, where would you play Pogba in the team? What position do you think is effective for Manchester United?
Well, the position he's played the last few weeks has been in that where Mourinho's actually, once you start trying people in different roles all the time, it shows you something's not right. So he's played him centre midfield, he's played him on the left, he's played him as a number 10, he played him a little bit wideish left away at Everton, and there's no doubt he's got unbelievable quality, and some of the things I see him do on a football pitch do take your breath away. But it's, can he put it together for an actual game and be part of a team? I watched him on Monday at Palace, and I was watching him in Sanchez, and you just like, I think I said at half time, like 2 kids in the schoolyard. That's what it felt like. The 2 best players, and probably the best players in terms of talent in the Man United team, I would say, in terms of ability and things they can do. But there doesn't seem the structure you'd expect from a Man United team, or certainly a Mourinho team, and those 2 players, or certainly Pogba's in it. But if I was playing him, I'd look at that position. He is playing in that left of a midfield 3, but he's still got to show a bit more discipline, and also a little bit more better decision making, really. And when I watch Pogba play, it feels like he feels he has to do something every time the ball comes. Where if you think of the great midfielders, for a lot of the time they're just getting it and passing it and getting it, passing it, and then they'll do a special thing every 15-20 minutes, and you go home and you remember that, and also you remember the fact that they never lost possession too often, whereas Pogba's always trying something, so it can only come off 50% of the time. So 50% of the time he's lost the ball or put you in a bad position. So I just think he needs to simplify his game.
I want to ask you a question here from Full Time Devils. Now, you've done something as a fan, as a United fan myself, that I can only dream of. Please tell us, Carragher, how does it feel to score for Manchester United?
It wasn't wasn't as good as I thought it did, to be honest. No. It took a couple of bevies to get over it.
Gary, go on then. How do you feel like the game is actually going to go on the weekend? How do you actually see it realistically playing out? Do you think Mourinho's going to park the bus?
Well, to be honest, I think the fact Man United at Palace and Chelsea never won. I mean, I think Mourinho mentioned, I was either before or after the game, about the points difference between him and Chelsea, which shows, I think, even for the last few weeks, Mourinho's still been worrying a little bit about missing out on top four. But I think there's no way United will get caught now by Chelsea. So it's not a game United have to win. So I think with sort of 15, 20 minutes to go, if the game was a draw, and I don't think United or Jose would be making changes to try and win the game, really. And there's no doubt he'll definitely have a plan to sort of nullify Liverpool's front three and still trying to find a way of, getting at their weaknesses. That's the way he manages. I think he even did that in the City game, even though, United deserved to him the second half performance. Early on, it was a little bit sort of standing off, trying to
game,
yeah.
We've got to look after. I think he's going to go free at the back. I really do, to nullify Liverpool's threat, because the front going forward, I do admit that Liverpool look very, very good going forward. So would I take a draw? Yeah, but I don't want a 0-0 boring draw. I want an entertaining 3-3 draw, but I think it'll be 3-1 United.
Carragher.
I said 1-1 day, so I'll have to stick with that.
You go 1-1. Carragher.
I think, look, I can't see Liverpool score for years, so it is a difficult goal.
Well, James from Merseyside, thank you very much for your call, James. Pop in next time United are against Liverpool, and we'll have a good debate.
Not a problem, boys. I'll be on the phone again next week. Or I'll be on the phone Monday after.
Yeah, you call us Monday. See
I'll see you tomorrow, pal.
So, that has to be, it's Jamie Carragher. Obviously, we have to say, go on.
The way, Joe, that you kept calling him by his surname, like you were a commentator. You're like, right, so Carragher, what do you think, Carragher?
Yeah, Carragher.
I'm going to call you McGrath for the rest of the day.
Hopefully we're back. We are obviously live 106.1 FM. Hopefully we're live back on the Football Social on YouTube, Facebook for the Full-Time Devils. Interesting chat there from Jamie Carragher, Gaz. We do have to say we pre-recorded it. So obviously when you didn't hear us speaking, it's because Jamie Carragher could only get to us in the beginning bit, so we pre-recorded that section. So we had to have a chat
for
with
his
him.
language as well. It goes a bit off.
Oh yeah,
we pre-recorded it.
We had to make sure he didn't
swear. Fair play, he phoned up, great chat, knows his stuff, character, and fair play to him for coming on and giving us a bit of his precious time.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Talks a lot of sense as well. What he said then about Pogba, I thought was bang on when he tries a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I think Pogba was one of the main talking points, I think, from the last game, the first half anyway, of that Palace game and the start of the second. I think that he was one of those players who really can do, and the reason that I criticise him is because I know how good he is, and he just didn't seem like he was putting anything like the effort required in that Crystal Palace game, and that is what the most annoying thing is about Paul Pogba.
Yes. We want you to get in touch now. 0345 111 7625. If you just joined us halfway through the Carragher call, make sure when this live version is over, you go back and re-watch it. We did pre-record it, but make sure you go back, re-watch it, because it was really good. We are going to be talking about your favourite Liverpool, Manchester United memories. We're going to start all the way in South Africa. I should have RIVESH. Hello, can you hear us?
How you doing, guys?
Hello.
I'm very, very well, mate. Are you all right? Tell us then briefly your favourite Liverpool, Manchester United memory.
Yeah, when the producer asked me, I said, doesn't get better than John O'Shea scoring the winner at the Cup in the last.
Big memory. You lead on to then us asking yourself, whoever's watching now, whoever's listening now, 87711, if you've got your phone on, text us as well. Your favourite Manchester United memory. We'll get one from you, Gaz, first. Please tell us, as a United fan, your favourite Manchester United versus Liverpool memory.
It's hard to ask for one for an ultimate favourite. And if I was going to say an ultimate favourite, I probably would agree with what the callers just said. Then that O'Shea one was great and one that really sticks in my head from when I was younger. But I've quite liked a few in recent years, actually. The Mata one at Anfield was unbelievable. That was just... I don't think I've celebrated a goal like that in years. It was an incredible game, that one. The Martial debut as well was one that I fancied.
Yeah, big.
So a couple... I love those two.
I thought you were going to take me thunder then, Gaz. No, obviously, Gaz's both of them. Obviously, the Matt one was at Anfield, but my best one at Old Trafford was York and Solskjaer. 1-0 down in the cup. Michael Owen early goal, and then Dwight equalises, and then the rest is Ole Gunnar on the way to the treble.
Yeah, I get
Great scenes watching 9,000 Scousers cry from his seat. No, but there's loads of them. Gaz said Berber's hat-trick. The overhead kick. The Jason Park header to win it, these great memories.
There was a time, I don't know if you remember, from like 2004 to 2014, where you couldn't really predict the United against Liverpool games, because sometimes you have Torres bagging 3, you'd have Berbatov scoring, you'd have us doing them 3-1.
They had a great record in the early 2000s against us. They've done about 3 or 4 times, 1-0 at Old Trafford.
Well, I can tell you the game of the weekend will be the 200th competitive match between Manchester United and Liverpool. Do you want to have a guess how many United have won?
Out of 200.
Out of 199.
Out of 199.
How many have United won?
100. Sod it.
100. You go 100?
102.
102. United won 79.
Right, okay.
Liverpool won 65.
There's a lot
but there's
of
been 55 draws. Can you imagine that?
We forgot about draws.
We forgot about draws. We have forgot about draws. Give us a call, 0345 111 7625. Before the break, we're going to speak to Josh. Josh, you there, mate?
Yeah, how's it going?
I'm very well, Josh.
Nice
You
one,
okay? Josh, tell us about Manchester United and Liverpool, what it means for you and your favourite memory.
Oh, it means everything. Biggest game of the season. There's plenty of memories to choose from. I think I've got to go for the close one, but I think I'm going to go for Dirk Kuyt hat-trick.
How did he get on there? How did he get on there? No wonder he tried to get lost, you little spud. Right. No, I don't know how he snuck on there, but we'll make sure none of them get on again. Come on, now, there can't be more. There can't be Liverpool fans listening to this. If you're a United fan, 0345 111 7625. I mean, fair play to Josh. He didn't come on and swear, give it his mouth. He was just cheeky little Dirk Kuyt hat-trick. Come on, United fans, get in touch. 0345, go on.
Can I just say, and I don't want to sort of agree with what Josh said there either or anything like that, but this is one of my favourite memories, and this is going to seem a proper weird one, I think, to Man United fans, but it was one of those moments where I was like, I'm so glad to be a part of this football club. It was when it was coming to the end of Moyes' tenure, and we knew he was gone soon. We knew there's no way he's going to be here next season, and we got thrashed by Liverpool. We got thrashed. It was 3-0 at Old Trafford. I remember it being 3-0 and feeling proper dejected and just being like, what's the point? What's the point? Yeah. Then all of a sudden, everyone in the stands getting up, singing, we'll never die, we'll never die. And I'm like, that is why Man United fans are different to Arsenal fans, to Real Madrid fans, Chelsea fans, City fans. Because when things are getting bad, they stick together, they get behind the team, and that's how we get back to where we once were, not moaning like little idiots.
Indeed. Make sure you give us a call. We'll have to take a quick little break now. We will be back with, I think we've got a special guest from Holland. He might be giving us a call. I don't know who that might be. But we'll have a chat with another special guest, because we have Jamie Carragher on. We'll also be talking about the tactics Mourinho might play, as well as taking your calls. 0345 111 7625. Come on and have your say. Thank you very much for getting in touch tonight. Keep your calls coming in, 0345 111 7625. If you're just tuning in, you've missed Jamie Carragher on the phone speaking to me and Webby. It was pre-recorded and it was a class chat with him. You'll be able to watch it back on the on the Full-Time Devils video after we've finished here, so make sure you do that, because it was a good chat and he gave a good insight into the game on the weekend, the biggest game of them all.
Biggest game in world football, Joe.
We'll be having a chat about that later on. But, I mean, Full-Time Devils don't like just to give you one special guest. They like to give you two. We've got all the way from Holland. You're not going to believe it.
Go on.
I think, yeah. Is he there, producer? I don't. There's no one in here. We should have Louis van Gaal. Louis?
Hello.
Hello, Louis.
Wow.
You okay, Louis?
I thought we got rid of you.
No. The games, I'm still very much up to date with what's happening.
He knows your name, Webby. That's amazing. That is
We've
amazing.
had a few pints, unfortunately.
I bet you have. Louis van Gaal.
We had a few steins.
Few steins, good, and the rest. Louis van Gaal, thank you very much for joining XS Manchester. Now tell me, Louis, about Manchester United against Liverpool. An exciting game.
Well, I think a lot of the Manchester United fans forget that I actually did the double on Liverpool in my first season in the Premier League. And then I did it again in my second season in the Premier League, and they still sacked me. So what was going on there?
Louis, I am not happy with that.
Have you ever seen the likes of a manager who did that? Only Sir Alex Ferguson could do that.
Wow. This is amazing stuff. I mean, any questions for Louis van Gaal?
Louis,
go on,
what
guys.
you've just said then, bragging about your record against Liverpool, I am not having that one bit, because I think...
Why are you not having it?
I think, Louis, that you were responsible for one of the worst games of football I have ever seen Man United play against Liverpool in the Europa League.
Yes, it was terrible, but I bet you were jumping up and down when Tony Martial scored that goal.
All right,
Yeah, maybe he was. Idiot. Now tell us about it. It's an anniversary since you did your famous dive. Do you remember that when you fell on the floor, Louis?
Yes, I do remember it very well.
Do you still have a sore back?
I still do. It hurts very much. I tried to hide the pain away, but it did. My lower back was hurting me a lot.
What's the one thing you missed then about Manchester?
Me.
The one thing I miss about Manchester, I suppose it is, giving the instructions to Mike Smalling in training. All of the usuals. It was a great town.
Do you not miss your? Oh no, you're bitter. Do you not miss your favourite restaurant wings? Do you not miss your kung fu stuffed balls?
Oh, they were fantastic, weren't they? The kung fu stuffed balls. They really were. I did enjoy them a lot.
Lovely. Listen, I think we can go from one person to another. Webby, do you have a slight inkling who this might be?
This is the top man. It's an absolute pleasure. He's a very...
Evening, Al. You well?
Hello, lads.
I'm very well, Al. Hey, you don't lose that Louis van Gaal, do you?
No, I mean, I suppose Louis van Gaal was like the Donald Trump of football at one point. I mean, it was just, there was material every week with the guy, so I do miss him. I miss him an awful lot.
Yeah, you miss him coming out with some mad...
You know?
Al, you're coming over for the game, aren't you, on the weekend?
I am. I'm buzzing for it.
It's going to be a good game. Talk to us about it then. You're confident United can get the 3 points?
Absolutely. I mean, I said it to Webby during earlier this week. I mean, I'll be confident of us getting the 3 points. We just need to contain Mo Salah. He's on fire at the moment. He's one of the best players in the league easily. So in doing that, I think Jose really needs to go for it and play Eric Boy in defence. It's the type of game that he'll be up for, definitely.
Did you see someone like what Herrera did to Hazard last season, and sort of took control of him, made sure he was not a threat, and then United went on to win the game? Did you see him sticking someone on Mo Salah to making sure he is completely wiped out the game?
Absolutely. Well, if he could do that, I mean, I think it is the perfect game to kind of to try and do something like that, like what Hazard, like what Herrera.
I tell you, we should put on Mo Salah. He'll never get past him. Mike Tyson.
No, man. I don't know, man. He's too quick. That's the problem. That's the problem. He's very quick on his feet. He's very quick on his feet. So we need to contain him real bad. We need to make sure that the defend him really well.
Yeah, you do.
He's got to play Luke Shaw. He's got to play Luke Shaw.
You got to play Luke Shaw. How's your Jose Mourinho going?
For me, I think I'm very confident for the weekend. I think there will be critics. saying, "Oh, you will not play exciting football, but what I will get on the weekend will be a result, and I think people will be happy." And that is all you want to be. After a football result, you want to be happy.
Indeed you do.
If we win, you are happy.
Yeah, tell
So
us...
I think
Oh, hello. Al, I was going to say, you're going on a bit of a tour, aren't you?
a bit of a tour.
Yeah, is it? Yeah,
Are
Al,
we speaking to Al or Jose
Al,
now?
come back, Al.
Confused.
Yes, I'm doing a tour.
Tell us about your tour. Where are you going to be?
I'm in Belfast on the 23rd of March this month, and then I'm in Cork, in the Cork Opera House on the 30th of March, and then the 31st of March I'm in Limerick, in a pub called Dolan's, and then I'm finishing it up in Dublin in a great venue called Vicar Street. So I'm looking forward to the tour. There's actually a lot of people there's a good few people from the UK making it over.
Yeah.
They've messaged me, it's brilliant. But I think what's most important here is that I get a UK tour going.
Yeah,
hopefully
definitely,
around
yeah.
September.
Yeah, you need to, Al. You need to come over.
Mate, can I just say, Al, before you get off, me and my mates are all massive fans, and every time we see some new material from you, it's straight in the group chat, and we're laughing about it all night. Honestly, mate, a massive fan.
Thanks a million, lads. I really appreciate it.
Al, give us a score prediction.
Great support over in Manchester. It's great. I really love it, you know.
Give us a score prediction, Al, if you can.
It'll be a tight affair. I'd be very happy with a 1-0 to United.
1-0 to United. Al, thank you very much for coming on the phone, mate.
Top man, I'll speak to you later, pal.
Cheers, Al. Cheers, Al. Have you noticed that Webby's always going to speak to them later? I don't know what about, but he's always going to speak to you later. We've got Andy on the line in Ancos. Andy, you there, mate?
Good evening, gentlemen.
I tell you what, it's just been a legend show.
From one legend to the next, Carragher, Al FORAN, Lou Van Gaal, Jose Mourinho and Andy Tate. Andy, you tell me about these games. They're still exciting as ever, isn't it? Liverpool against Manchester United.
Oh, yeah, I don't care what them across town win. It will always be them. It will always through the 80s. It's blooded into you. Down the M62, it's always Liverpool.
It is indeed. Now, can you tell us about your confidence levels going into this game, Andy? Do you think United will get the 3 points? Do you think you're going to win it?
Oh, yeah, I think we can win it, but it's Jose's mentality. How's he going to play it? We have a big chance to go 5 points clear of Liverpool, and could even be 7 clear of Tottenham before they play. So we have to. We can't park the bus. We really can't park the bus. We have to go at them. Like I say, contain, and let's say Webby said contain.
If you look at obviously his comments after the match at Palace, obviously with Chelsea losing, you know, is a draw a bad result for United? It doesn't get them any nearer than us. I'm expecting a very, very tight game. I think there won't be a lot of goals in it, even though I have me laugh at the 3-1. I think the odd goal will win the game, hopefully for us. We stop them playing, we'll win the game, you know. I'm confident in that, but we've got to be at it from the word go. Yeah. Not like that Chelsea game, not going a goal down before we start, or at Palace 2 goals before we start. Let's get at Liverpool. They can be got. We've seen that this year. Give them time and space and room, then we'll get hurt. So we've got to be going it from the word, from the first whistle Saturday.
I tell you what, I'm terrified. In a way that we're just not going to turn up until they score. Because that seems to be something that we've done at the minute in recent games. We just refuse to start playing until they take the lead, and we can't do that against Liverpool.
Mata has got to start on Saturday.
Yes. Yeah, who's the one player, Andy Tate, that you want to see in that starting 11 more than anyone else?
Oh, God, Bennett. I want to see Sanchez get a game on. I want to see Sanchez and Pogba start pulling the weight. I really do now. Because Monday night, mate, Man United should carry a government health warning, because I went through all the motions, coming home from work, and I screamed me flat down and with my neighbours at the last minute. And but believe me, I can't repeat what I said Monday night, but I can say what I said Monday night at the last minute. It was fantastic strike.
It was good. Are you happy with Sanchez at the minute as a United player, Andy? Do you think he needs a big game to show himself?
I think he needs a big game. It's going to take time. I mean, I've heard whapping with his girlfriend, a relative of his girlfriend. Something happened this week. I don't know if it's true.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I think his auntie, his girlfriend's auntie, passed away. So would he be playing?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I think the rumours are that he still will be available for United, and you hope that, as a game like this is a big game for people saying, maybe he wasn't as good as a sign as United for. If he steps up in this game, all them comments will be forgotten about, won't they, Andy?
Oh yeah, because Old Trafford's going to be rocking Saturday. You know it's going to be. It's Liverpool. Like I say, Jose wants the crowd to play the part. We'll play the part, but the team's got to give us something to shout for.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Jose says we're all quiet, but what you see on the pitch is what you see on the pitch. Now, to be fair, I've not seen an entertaining game this season, but we're getting the job done, and that's fair enough. But I think next season we've got to...
Going back to Sanchez, Andy, sorry to butt in, but I just think that he's trying too hard. You look at his play, he's trying to do that killer pass. He's trying too hard for me, but the thing is, we have got to find out, well, not we as fans, as the manager's got to find out where his best position is for us. Now, for me, he was more effective just to the left of Giroud at Arsenal, just to the left. I remember that game when he beat us 3-0. For 20 minutes, we couldn't get near him. Now, for me, he's only a goal away from a great performance, and I'm not bothered. I think it will come. I just think he needs to relax, take it all in, and it'll come to him, because you don't become a bad player overnight. And at Arsenal, we all know what he was, because he destroyed us a few times, so not a problem with him. Will he play well Saturday? Hope he does. A last-minute win and everything's forgotten about.
It's true, isn't it? I mean, I can imagine, the name of the headlights, Sanchez. Andy, if you could give us a little prediction.
I'm going for 2-1 United.
2-1 United.
Last minute. But
go on, Andy, sorry.
You're on about memories.
Memories, yeah. Go on, get him out, Andy. Well done, get him out.
Rio Ferdinand, 2006, last minute.
Yes.
It was a boring game, but it's worth shafting him in the 92nd minute.
That's a match where Nev went up to the away fans when his badge.
You'll always remember that picture. It's a mega picture. Andy, thank you very much for your call, mate. That was Andy Tate, the legend on the line there. Make sure you can join Andy Tate as well if you want to get on 0345 111 7625, your favourite Manchester United Liverpool memories, as well as talking about the game on the weekend. Lads, we're going to talk about after the break about the who you're going to play in your team if you were sort of the United coach, and what players you think need to make a difference on the weekend. It's still the biggest game in world football. We're going to have a chat about that as well, and it's going to be even more important with the second place spot up for grabs. It's Manchester United against Liverpool. It's happening on Saturday. We are going to take a couple of minutes break. We go. It's the radio. We're going to take an advert. Don't worry. Get involved. How many red cards did Nemanja Vidic get against Liverpool? It's a big one, that. No, you don't yet. Not yet. I'm trying to give the guys something to give. Comment in the sections. Facebook as well. How many red cards did Vidic get against Liverpool?
76.
Give us 2 minutes and we'll be back.
The Excess Manchester.
Liverpool. We did our research, we did our counting. How many people have got it right? Who's over there? Who's in the comment section on YouTube that are texting him?
You know what? There's a couple of people who have got it right, but a lot of people were saying the same answer that me and Webby gave originally, and then we've just had a quick Google.
We've changed our answer. We've changed our answer.
Right. We said 3, didn't we?
How many is it?
4.
It's 4. It is 4. So if you said 4, you are correct. Give yourself a pat on the back and a golden star. We're going to go to Rob on line 1. He's in Manchester, a windy Manchester by the sounds of it. A United fan, Rob?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, good. Just checking because one snuck in before. Yeah. We want to talk about your favourite memories as a United fan against the United and Liverpool matches. What's your favourite memories?
Well, I've had a chance to think about it now, and I'm going to plump for the 95 Cup final. Terrible game, but Cantona's goal was just out of this world, and it was 96 Cup final, sorry, not 95, 96 Cup final, and great goal from Cantona, even if the game wasn't the best.
The worst cup final I've ever been to in my life. That it's on par with Tottenham in the League Cup, but a great ending. A great ending.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. But I was going to say about the team selection for the weekend.
Yeah, go ahead, Rob.
I've spoken to you a few times, Webby, about missing out on Perisic and the lack of width in the team. And now we've brought in Sanchez. We've got to play Mata. That's a given. So I was thinking, why not set up 4-4-2 with a midfield diamond? Matic at the base, Pogba on the left, Mata at the tip of the diamond, Lukaku and Sanchez up front, and then if he was fit, Carragher on the right side of midfield. Obviously he's not, but maybe put McTominay in there. That way, you've got everyone in, and the fact that we haven't got any wingers, it doesn't really matter. You know, if you lose the ball, Matic is so close to the back line, and almost becomes a 3 at the back to give extra cover against Salah.
Especially if we're going to play Lukaku up top. I mean, I'd rather have someone like Rashford or Martial up top.
Pogba drifts to the left, doesn't he? And
he does,
you know, if you watch him, he drifts out to the left and down the right from Valencia anyway. You're not losing either of them. And when we play two lads up top, if it's Martial, if it's Rashford, if it's Sanchez, Mata, they come inside anyway. So I don't think we'd lose anything. But it gives us, I think, a bit more solidity in the midfield, because the last few games against Liverpool, we've been in danger of being overrun in the middle of the park. And if we've got four bodies in there, that does help alleviate that. Don't get me wrong, I don't think for 1 second Jose's going to play a midfield diamond of 4. I think he'll probably go 4-3-3 and try and match him. But you're right, Webby, if we're slow to start this weekend, oh God, it's going to be a long 90 minutes. It really is.
We've got to be active from the word go. You know, I look at that Chelsea game last season, when the 2-0 victory. We've got to be pressing.
Absolutely dangerous as anything, which is why I'd take the fight to them. 4-4-2.
Also, as well, I think that we've got to start pinging their goalkeeper. You know, he's got away with it because over the last 3 or 4 games, that he's a very, very poor goalkeeper.
Yeah,
but no one seems to attack him. You know,
take your shots, boys. Is that what you're saying?
Plenty of shots.
Plenty of shots.
Absolutely, and they're weak at the heart of their defence. Van Dijk hasn't settled in yet, and that's where we should be going at them. Like you say, get the ball in there, put the wind up them.
Yeah, 100%.
But I just pray we don't stand off them and start slow and see what happens. Otherwise, it could be painful.
Hopefully, Mourinho is listening.
Yeah, fingers crossed, Rob.
Fingers crossed he's listening, Rob. Thank you very much for your call there, Rob. He makes some very valid points there.
Yeah, he's very good.
So for yourself then, boys, we've had this chat. How do you set up? Get in the comments as well. Starting 11 in the comments, please. Who's the most important player, and how do you set up your United team?
Well, Joseph,
I thought you were calling him McGrath.
There's some worries in terms of the defence a little bit. I mean, I really want to see Eric Bailey come back into the team and start for the first time in a while. It's just a risk, obviously, to throw him in there when he's not started in a big game like against Liverpool. And then you've got the question of the fullbacks as well, because they need to be incredibly disciplined in this game and switched on, and I just don't think that our fullbacks have that quality. Tony Valencia, for all his qualities, for all his great things, his positioning and his tendency to switch off is still there. And his lack of positioning, should I say. So I'm a little bit worried in that aspect. And then going forward in the team as well, towards the top of the team, going into this one, because it's Liverpool, you've got to carry on and play Sanchez. But if it was any other game, I wouldn't mind dropping him just for one game, because he's not been great recently and he's been trying too hard, and he could do with a break and bringing him back the game after. But obviously, with being Liverpool, he's got to play. And Paul Pogba, he is one of the best. He is probably the best player in our team, but he's not showing it in recent weeks, and it's purely an effort thing. It really is. You see him just slumping around the pitch, and the guy's fit as a fiddle. He could run for 90 minutes, man.
Why is he doing it, though? Why is he not performing? Why is he not playing as well as he could do? Is there something that we don't know, or is he just, I don't know, not on a good stride of form at the minute?
Jamie Carragher got it right before. He's trying too many Hollywood passes. You know, you look at, obviously you mentioned Scholes and Keane for United, but I look at one of the probably greatest midfield players in the Premiership era, non-United, Patrick Vieira. Little 5-yard passes if we've got the ball, the other team can't score. It's simple, you know what I mean? He's trying with 80-yard passes that way, and they do come off sometimes. Sometimes they're flying out. Keep the ball, they can't score, you know. And you look at the side and getting pushed off the ball on Monday night by smaller guys, and I'm thinking, you should be dominating there in height and strength. They shouldn't be getting anywhere near you. Massive game this for Paul, for the world, because a year ago, 2 years ago, maybe 3, he was talking about being the best midfield player, young midfield player in Europe. He's got to start coming into games now and dominating games for Manchester United Football Club. Not for France, not for Juventus, for Manchester United Football Club, and it starts Saturday. So get your act together, Paul.
I'm not being funny, but if you can't get your act together and get pumped for a game against Liverpool at Old Trafford, especially where you're both neck and neck on points almost, then yeah, like you say, call it a day.
Yeah, let's get to Alex, who's got a Manchester United memory he wants to share. Alex, what is your favourite United memory? Against Liverpool, sorry.
My favourite memory of all time, I don't think you guys will agree because you have like personal like go back all the way to the 90s. But my favourite one is probably De Gea's performance.
Yeah, and De Gea absolutely.
Yes, it was unbelievable.
It was.
He had like 25 shots on target, didn't he?
How good is De Gea, Alex? Is he one of the best you've seen? And is he important that we keep him next season?
Mate, you're talking about the world's best goalkeeper, probably better than Neuer. You're basically talking about that. United, one thing they need to do, they need to stop relying on De Gea because that's what some defenders do. Smalling, when he played against Palace, he's had a few strengths, a few weaknesses. He's got fair enough, but when he played against Palace, it was like swinging chairs you get from like Wild West films. It's like they just walked like right past it. I'm not even joking. Like it's just crazy. We actually conceded that goal, and I'm still shocked about it.
I want to know who gave him man of the match.
That's crazy.
I could not believe what I saw there. I just thought he was passing it to Matt or something. You know, Matt was in the shower or something.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
But they've got to be them two. Have got whoever plays in the centre of our defence, because you look at their Palace first thing. The ball comes over from the left back. He swings and misses it. Lindelof swings and misses it. So it's not breathing that confidence what you want to see. And Liverpool will be looking at that. And these two have got to have their heads on. I think that Bailey will come back in as a free.
Hopefully. Alex, prediction for this weekend? Give us a score prediction.
2-0, that's what I'm going for.
2-0 United, we like that, Alex. Good man. Give us a call next time round. You want to talk about Sanchez? We've got time just to get your favourite Liverpool United memory. What was that?
When Mata scored 2 goals at Anfield, like that day we played some of the best football I've seen. We dominated that game, and yeah, I think Mata's 2 goals. The second goal was
that the Gerrard sent?
I was going to say
the Gerrard sent.
Remember that.
Let's not forget Gerrard's countdown red card.
Guled, Sanchez needs a game on this weekend, doesn't he? He needs to show his worth.
Yeah, like what I've seen recently, like Sanchez, Pogba, they don't play well together. Like Sanchez he's occupying where Pogba's plays like left central side midfield, and in that area Sanchez is coming and Pogba wants to come as well, and they're both cancelling each other out, and they're not working together right. Pogba and Sanchez.
Do you think that's something they need to address?
Yeah, they need to address it. I just think that obviously as time goes by, they'll get used to playing with each other.
That's it.
You know, it's a big match every time you play United, and Sanchez has been playing.
I think Pogba plays well with like Lingard and Martial. Like he plays well with them too. Like right now he's not clicking with Sanchez, but as time will tell, we'll know. But right now Sanchez, Pogba, they're not clicking. But I agree. Yeah, Pogba needs to step up. Like he hasn't stepped up in a big game. Yeah, fair enough. He had 2 assists against Arsenal, but that's Arsenal. They're rubbish in there.
Guled, thank you very much. Give us a prediction, Guled.
2-0 United.
2-0 over 2-0 buzzing. Alex and Guled, the final callers of the show, gave us 2-0. I can tell you, unfortunately, though, Arsenal are winning 2-0 against AC Milan.
Bothered.
Wenger in. Let's talk about predictions then, because we've got about 30 seconds left. Webby, you've already gave yours.
No.
You changing it?
Yeah, I'm going 2-1.
You're going 2-1.
2-1 again, yeah.
2-1 again.
Yeah.
That's what you're going for?
3-2.
3-2. I just want to thank you very much, gentlemen. I just want to let you know that if you've missed this, we had Louis van Gaal on, we had Jose Mourinho on, we had Andy Tate on, and we actually had, legit, Jamie Carragher on. So if you're just catching the back end of this, go and watch the full video again when it's up on YouTube. Subscribe to Full Time Devils and listen to XS Manchester. Boys, all the best for the weekend.
Cheers, Joe.
The XS Manchester Football Social.